Hey guys, real quick, I just wanted to throw this in front of this video. I forgot to mention this, but just so you know, I will be streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Thursday, tomorrow, I will be on Fat Samurai Guy's channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking about Cobra Kai Season 4. So that's tomorrow night. And then Friday night, I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be doing my top 5 movies of 2021, as well as my not so top 5 movies of 2021. So that'll be Friday night. And then Thursday night. Tonight, I don't have a specific plan, but I do want to talk entertainment related things, maybe about some more movies and TV shows coming up this year, as well as whatever topics you guys want to discuss. And finally, Saturday we'll be streaming as well. So that'll be 8 p.m. on my channel, Thursday 9 p.m. on Fat Samurai Guy's channel. And still got a lot of videos coming. I've been in the middle of editing my Invasion, excuse me, not Invasion. I keep forgetting the name of that show, but basically it's the Apple TV alien movie. I think it's called Invasion. But anyway, that review's coming up. It's just not a great show. But it's a pretty long review, so I've been trying to cut it down. So because it's a 10 episode season. And obviously we got some videos coming up today aside from this one. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there for you guys to know what kind of content's coming up. I know I've been absent the last 2 days, been a lot going on here with the weather and school and the kids being out and stuff like that. So, but anyway, just wanted to drop that real quick in front of this video because I know the majority of you guys will watch the Godzilla content. So, all right. And then we got Spider-Man coming later and things like that. So that's all. Enjoy the video. All right. It's been a while since we talked about the big guy, and there's not a whole lot to talk about, but I do want to at least discuss the polls and some upcoming G related videos. So let's get into that. All right, welcome back. Okay, so recently I put a poll up, and for those of you who may not know, if you go to the community board on the channel, I put a poll up for what kind of Godzilla content you guys want to see. I have some videos in mind that I'm going to do, but I know it's been a long time. We haven't heard any news regarding Godzilla. It's been a long time since I've done any Godzilla content, and with good reason. There really isn't a whole lot to talk about. Now, I put a poll up, and if you haven't voted, go and vote. But right now it looks like there's one definitive winner in this vote. So far, there's 218 votes. And right now, speculate and predictions about the future of the Monsterverse, we have 52%. Now, that's obviously the winner here. I have other categories. I have Godzilla theory crafting, which is coming in second place. Third place is more of how I would do videos involving Godzilla. And then finally, last place would be streams, which is understandable. I know the majority of the viewers here that are Godzilla content viewers don't make the streams. I get that. Unless there's special events going on, then you guys come in a big way. Like if there's a movie coming or a trailer drops and I do a stream discussing it. But for the most part, I know a lot of you guys are video watchers, and I get that. So that's why I kind of want to get back. We can still discuss Godzilla. It's always a fun topic to discuss because beyond the movies, there's a lot of lore, there's a lot of different monsters, and there's so much theory crafting you can do. There's so many ways you can discuss it. But right now, in terms of the Monsterverse, it's very, very hard to do things regarding anything coming up, because usually what happens, the way I do these videos is if I get a thread of information or things of that nature, I can build off that. The problem is we haven't gotten anything at all, zip, zilch. And I have made some videos recently, not that recent, but you know, probably September or August of last year, where I just to at least address the drought of Godzilla information, I did make some videos discussing what I thought. Now, for those of you who might have missed that, I'll reiterate that my prediction or my theory or my guess is that we'll hear something regarding the Monsterverse anywhere between now and July. And that's not, it's not like that's a groundbreaking prediction here. My puppy's still. Come on, girl, let me do my thing here. So it's not at a groundbreaking, because we know that July comes Comic-Con, and my thought process is very simple. If we don't hear anything between now and then, if we don't hear anything at Comic-Con, I'll be a little concerned, because right now the question is, where's the future? Are they going to do more movies? Was Godzilla versus Kong, was that it? And honestly, if I put myself in a business perspective and I try to think what they might be thinking, is a decision has to be made, because Godzilla vs. Kong obviously did extraordinarily well. It did probably a lot better than people thought. There's a lot of tangibles that go into why that happened. Number one, it's Godzilla vs. Kong. I mean, this is like the epic battle that's gonna put butts in the seats regardless. You know, Kong is an American pop monster, very popular here. Obviously, Godzilla is an icon. You can't talk to many people without them at least knowing who Godzilla is. Then the other tangible is the what we thought at the time was kind of the end of the pandemic and people going back to the theaters. And Godzilla played a big role in that, because this was the first movie that really, I think, excited people. When that trailer dropped in January of last year, people went ballistic. And it wasn't just Godzilla fans. I mean, for those of you who were here, when I was doing streams around that time, when I did the stream talking about the trailer, when I did other streams, I mean, we had like 2,000 people in my streams. That is not normal, even for a Godzilla hype period, even for a period where Godzilla is the big talk. Having 2,000 people in my stream is not normal. It's not. Normally in the past, couple of hundred, 600, 700, maybe. 2,000? And this happened multiple times. So that kind of gives you an idea of the fever pitch of not only Godzilla vs. Kong, but the excitement. People saw a movie that looked exciting after disappointments like, you know, like Tenet and Wonder Woman 84. Godzilla came in and really kind of breathed some life into the theater. So I think from a business perspective, when you look at that, you got to say, okay, if we make another movie in this universe regarding these two monsters, or at least one of the two, can we generate that same excitement? And I think that's the question, is the juice worth the squeeze this time around? If we put out another Monsterverse movie, are we going to get the same results? Or is it going to be like another King of the Monsters type deal where you believed that by bringing in monsters like Mothra and Ghidorah and Rodan, you'd probably blow the lid off, and it really didn't happen. Even though I love that movie, even though there's a lot of people who like that movie, it just didn't do well. It was a box office failure for the most part. And now you go from that to this, and I think the big thing here is Kong. I think King Kong is the key to the Monsterverse sustaining at least another one or two movies. If you're going to have more Monsterverse movies, you got to involve Kong. He is an American monster. While he is not as popular as Godzilla worldwide, I think in a sense there are more general audience moviegoers that will go to see a Kong movie than there would be a Godzilla movie. And that's not to say that general audiences won't go to see Godzilla. They've proven that they will, but Kong is like that extra little on the top. So my prediction is I think they're debating. I think there's a choice to be made here. And I think if we do get another Monsterverse movie, you're going to see one of two things. You're either going to see a solo Kong movie that involves the Hollow Earth, or you're going to see another Godzilla and Kong movie, but it's not going to be Godzilla versus Kong. There's going to be a bigger threat, and they're going to have to team up again. Because look, say what you will, people went nuts when Godzilla and Kong teamed up against Mechagodzilla. And I think general audiences, I know some of you hardcore kaiju fans don't want to see that. You rather see them fight. You want an ending. We're not going to get that. Okay. We're just not. It's not going to work, because if you beat one or the other, then you're going to kind of alienate a certain fan base. You know, these marketers and these marketing teams within these production companies, they know that fans are very fever pitch. You know, you cannot, fans now versus back then are so invested in characters, fictional characters, that you take the risk of alienating and possibly losing a certain percentage of fans if you give a definitive winner to one of them. This is why they teamed up at the end. Even though Godzilla did win, they were very clever enough to put Kong in a position where not only did he save Godzilla, but he's the one that defeated Mechagodzilla. That is kind of, you know, even though people were upset that Kong lost, they got to see Kong come through in a different way. This is why I think Godzilla took the beating he did. So I think you might, if they decide to go forward, what I'm saying is it's going to be Kong heavy, is what I'm saying. It's going to be Kong heavy. And I do think if I had to guess, if I had to make a bold prediction, I think it's one more movie involving Godzilla and Kong, and they're gonna have a bigger threat. This is gonna be like the end game. You know, this monster is gonna threaten the planet on a whole different level. He's gonna threaten the Hollow Earth, and he's gonna threaten the surface. And Kong being the king of the Hollow Earth, and Godzilla being the warden or the guardian of the planet, are gonna have to team up again and take this monster down. And that's what I think, if they decide to go forward, that's what I think is going to happen. But it's really, really hard to tell. It's really, really hard to tell right now where things are. I understand we've gone through these before. We've gone through the dry spells before. We're just going to have to wait, guys. There's really no other way to say it. Now, there is one thing that was announced recently, and that is that Playmates are going to continue doing Monsterverse toys. Now, look, I'm not a huge collector. You guys see I have some figures back there, but those are very specific. In fact, I had a very good stream not too long ago because people thought I was going to start collecting, and I said, no, those figures I have there are all tied to specific reasons and what they mean to me. And I had a big stream about that and was kind of revealing to a lot of people. And it goes way back beyond, you know, just having these figures now. There's a story for each one I collect, but I guess if you want, and look, this is probably a reach, and I admit that, but again, at this point, that's all we have. The fact that Playmates are going to continue doing Monsterverse toys might be a good sign, you know, that maybe there's more to come. I don't know if you would take on a contract to do more Monsterverse toys if there's not going to be any more movies or any more content. Now, look, we do know there's supposed to be a Kong Skull Island animated show coming to Netflix. I haven't heard too much about that, so that's probably down the road, which is why we haven't heard anything. We always have the comics. You know, they did say there's going to be more lore like that. So the big question is the movies, and I do think we'll hear something this year. I'm hoping we hear it in the first half of the year. I don't think we'll get anything the first quarter, between now and March, but I'm hopeful. And I don't know if we'll get anything after that again, but I'm hopeful. We just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, take this poll. I'm keeping an eye on it. I see what people want. I have a lot of ideas for Godzilla content in general that I'm going to be doing. I also have this one thing I want to do that's going to be kind of fun. We're going to do a kind of a speculative or looking back at what if the Monsterverse was built like the MCU, and I'm talking like more than 4 movies and the number of monsters kind of being set up. So that's going to be fun. I'm kind of working on that, so that'll come out soon. I also have another video coming regarding Gareth Edwards and what it would be like if he directed all the Monsterverse films. So believe me, I have Godzilla videos coming up, some ideas that I'm going to discuss and kind of get you guys involved and just keep some of the Godzilla content going. So at least there's something for us to have fun with until we hear some news. But honestly, until we hear news, guys, it's going to be tough. But this is why I'm here. I'm always willing to talk Godzilla. You guys know that. And I'm always willing to take requests or take ideas from you guys that you'd like to see me put on here. And at the same time, I'm also working on my own so we can keep the train rolling until we get some more information. And let's cross our fingers and hope that we get something soon. You know, let's hope that that we hear something in the next 3 months, and that's all we can do. All right. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Sound off in the comment section. Just let me know how you're feeling right now during this dry spell. If there's a certain topic or Godzilla related topic you want me to discuss, I'll be more than willing to do it. In fact, I had a request on Twitter. I wish I could remember the gentleman's name, but he wanted me to kind of deep dive review 2 specific Godzilla movies. Look, I know I've reviewed these movies. It's been like 7 years. I'm willing to, if somebody wants me to take a more deeper and specific look, and not just kind of a roundabout review, but a more detailed deep dive review into certain Godzilla movies, more than willing to do that as well. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I'll be checking out the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.